Hello, I'm Eric Dresser, HCAM's Executive Director, and this year we're going to be delivering our annual report for you by video. So over the next few minutes, you'll be hearing from other members of the HCAM staff and myself about a lot of the exciting things that have happened over the last year. To begin, I'd like to highlight our board and staff, without whom we couldn't do all of the wonderful things we do. You can see their photos and the roles that they serve highlighted on this slide. We hope that people will stay connected with what we're doing here at HCAM through not only our cable channels on Comcast and Verizon, but also through our website at hinghammedia.org and through our social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. HCAM has been doing what we're doing here today since 2011, and we're really proud of where we've come in such a short time. You know, our mission statement is to inspire, empower, and share community through media. And we've been pretty happy with the job that we've done to that end. Something that's really going to help us do some more of that is our wonderful new facilities that we have designed and began to build. You can see some pictures of how this facility looks today in the slide you see on the screen now. We're really excited about the spaces we've added, such as an art gallery, an equipment checkout at the front of our space. We've optimized our production spaces, including our edit lab and our bookable production suites. We have new staff offices, a beautiful Studio A, and a great overflow Studio B, which doubles as a training space, as well as a space for meetings to occur. We've built in a beautiful kitchen set so we can bring cooking shows to HCAM, filmed right here in the studio. And we've also optimized the executive offices and storage for all of the props and things that you see used on set. Construction has been interesting, but really exciting. It's been a big project, but we're really excited by what we've been able to accomplish. Perhaps the most exciting part of that process was when we went through the wall into the new space that we annexed from next door. You can see some photos from our construction process on the slide that's being shown to you now. We've had several exciting organizational achievements this year, besides just the construction here at HCAM. There's 32 listed on the next two slides, and I'd like to highlight around 10 of those for you now. As I said, the architecture and construction was a major part of this year, but so was our presence out in the community while our studio was closed. One of the things we did to improve our presence in the community was to really bring ourselves as a destination to many of these outreach events that were happening in town. That includes events like Christmas in the Square and an annual Summerfest. At these events, we actually serve as a destination, not just somebody providing coverage of the event, but a place for the community to come and engage with us through what we're bringing there with us. We also this year took on the project of consolidating our grant agreements with the town of Hingham. These are the documents that provide the background on what it is that HCAM does here in Hingham for all of you viewers and for the other people that we serve. This leads well into the next project that I'll highlight, which is to get ready for the ascertainment process so that we can get ready to renew our franchise agreements with Comcast and Verizon. That will be happening in the years ahead. One of our more exciting bits of programming that we do here is our educational access programming. This partnership had us create 140 productions last year that brought a wonderful new dimension to our programming here on HCAM. Of course, we also launched wonderful after-school programs that served many students after school in the middle school and elementary schools, and have hopefully created a new passion for those students to pursue above and beyond what they're already studying in school. We've also grown our internship program and have worked to bring in additional interns so that we can broaden our reach here at HCAM. We launched a new website theme and brought a new approach to our social media strategy this past year. We also worked with the board of directors and Mass Access in general, Mass Access being the professional trade organization who works here in Massachusetts, to bring things like high definition programming, electronic programming guides, and on demand to places like HCAM.
Hi, I'm Catherine Collins. None of the organizational achievements you just heard about would be at all possible without the continued support of our members and community partners. As Membership and Outreach Coordinator, my role at Hingham Community Access and Media is to act as a liaison between the staff and the members of HCAM. This year, we worked to grow our internship program to run parallel to our already successful production training program. We scheduled seasonal HCAM orientation and information sessions and installed regularly scheduled training classes on the same schedule. We've been able to successfully train many individuals who are now creating dynamic community-centered programming. Some of the classes we offered this past year included Introduction to WordPress, Basic Digital Editing, Intro to Studio Production, Facebook for Intermediate Users, Intro to Field Production and Shot Composition, From Blog to Website, and Advanced Editing with Final Cut 10. Most of these classes took place in our studios and edit labs, but Hingham Public Library kindly hosted a few classes. We're very grateful to the library and many other organizations we collaborated with this past year.
Hi, my name is Phil Filippides, Operations Coordinator at HCAM TV. HCAM's Educational Access Partnership with Hingham Public Schools has continued to thrive in its third year. This year we were able to cover over 140 individual events and school initiatives, spanning from our studio-produced Superintendent Spotlight, expanding to sports, in-class projects, and after-school programs. We came in just under 100 hours of original education content, but we're still able to surpass all prior year statistics. This year also introduced our first after-school video club at the middle school level. In conjunction with Mary Dunphy, we were able to coordinate a meeting of 10 students weekly throughout the entire year. These students were able to pre-produce, shoot, and edit their own projects. HCAM contributed with monthly visits to keep them on track, give advice, and mentor them as they explored projects that they were interested in, as well as school initiatives. In addition, we also held after-school workshops at the elementary level, such as Foster Plus and East Explorers. Rounding out the year, we also expanded our relationships even further at the high school. Students fit into roles of commentators for our sports games, and heads of departments were also given the option to present their annual reports in video format. Our strong foundations and relationships collectively give our educational channel a bright and exciting future. Check out our year in review video to see what we've been up to.
Public school in Hingham has a school garden. Here at Plymouth River, I teach kids in grades 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I also teach an after-school program, and what happens at each school differs depending on the interest of the teachers and the parents at the school. Should we pick one?
That corn's already been picked.
Watch this.
Can I look at that corn up there?
This one here? No, I'm gonna leave that one there because
Are
it's.
those colorful corn?
Well, let's open it up and see. You know, this is popcorn, and what I want to do is take this off of here and put it in the microwave oven, and I'll save it. That's pretty, isn't it? You think we should eat it as popcorn?
Doesn't look edible.
No, we're gonna eat it as popcorn.
This is our huge claim to fame, the East School Back to School Bash. Elementary school is the time to get involved because come middle school and high school you don't get to go in so much as a parent. So here at the elementary level, it's really about building a community, getting to know one another, helping the kids out, helping the teachers out, and vice versa. So the more we can show we're involved in our kids' lives at home and at school and build that bridge.
I'm thankful for my healthy food.
I'm thankful for my family and my friends and my house and my food.
My house, my family, my friends, police department, fire department.
I'm thankful for my friends and family and everything.
Happy Thanksgiving!
I'm the judge of this contest. This is my second time doing it, so I was delighted to be asked back. So along with the other principals in town, we'll be evaluating all the different pizzas and giving the coveted judge's ribbon to one of those lucky pizzas.
We don't want the parents to have to foot the entire bill. So what we do is we try to underwrite everything that is done in SNAP. We pay a significant amount of the individual's participation in the program, so this helps underwrite that.
You know what's great is it's a big job, but when there's so many people that are so willing to give of themselves so much, it breaks up the job into smaller bites. So as a result, you're not really doing a great deal individually by soliciting vendors to participate or whatever, because so many hands are taking care of it. Really, a family can have a great evening for a reasonable amount of money with all that money knowing it's going to a great charity.
You know, in this day and age, I think a lot of focus has been given to testing and measurable qualities, and I think art is still one of those things that kids are encouraged to be creative and inventive and really kind of, there's not one right answer. You know, they really have to come up with ideas, follow those ideas through, and they can really be rewarded for thinking outside the box.
Walk or bike to eSchool. It's eSchool's way of celebrating Earth Day. It's a beautiful day, the kids love it, and it just promotes getting outside, riding your bike, walking. We want everyone to know that eSchool is very green and that our kids are getting a good base so that when they move on, they'll be green for the rest of their lives. The kids really have a blast. They say, why don't we do this every morning? So that makes us really excited. This land was made for you and me.
It takes a ton of volunteers to make it work. They're actually able to do all of these activities, and we do practice a lot in 4th grade, brainstorming, cooperating, working as a team. So they have been practicing those skills all year, so now they're really putting them into practice.
You can have fun while doing science. That's what I learned.
The value of this event, we talk about it every year. You know, do we need to make changes? You know, what's the takeaway for the kids? And it's really like a culminating activity. We take everything that the teachers have worked on about the social emotional piece, that they're able to work with each other, have good teamwork. Then we take the phys ed piece and take the skills that they've learned all year and the character traits, you know, teamwork, sportsmanship, honesty, and they all come together today, and it's awesome. So when they leave today, you know, their community is going to be tighter in the classroom. They're going to be pumped. They're going to be tired, and it's just, I think it's just a fun way for them. They've been working hard all year. They've been studying, taking tests. It's kind of fun to just have everyone here working hard for a day and just enjoying themselves.
We're just thankful for this town and the volunteers, how involved the parents are. You look at maybe 1/4 of the school has a parent out here, so it's really incredible just to see them skip work and come out on this day. That's probably the coolest thing that I could say, or that's most noteworthy. So, good day for everybody.
Who's having a good time so far? Are you guys having a good time?
everyone, my name is Mike Parsons and I am the programming coordinator here at HCAM TV. HCAM TV is a 3-channel PEG station which stands for Public, Educational, and Government. On our public channel, you can watch coverage of great local events like the 4th of July Parade, Christmas in the Square, Summerfest, and much more. Our staff also produces great original programming such as Hingham Happenings and Getting to Know, but the really great programming comes from our members, shows such as Cooking with Love, Point and Shoot, and the Lipstick Lounge. We also work with local organizations such as the Hingham Public Library, New England Wildlife Center, Second Parish, and New North Church, just to name a few. Altogether, we've generated over 100 episodes of original programming, timing out at over 80 hours. HCAM TV also imports programming from other stations like PAC TV, Marshfield TV, New TV, and Dedham TV to help diversify the programming on our public channel and perhaps inspire someone to do something similar in the town of Hingham. Our educational channel is for anyone involved in the Hingham school systems and anyone in the community who's interested in an in-depth look at the Hingham public school system. We broadcast Hingham sports, presentations, the Hingham School Committee meetings, graduations, and various other special events. HCAM works closely with all 6 schools to produce their work, and this year we produced over 120 original programmings totaling in nearly 100 hours of programming. The government channel serves as a platform to broadcast Hingham municipal meetings. This includes the Board of Selectmen, the Historic Districts Commission, Zoning Board of Appeals, and Town Meeting. This past year we covered and recorded nearly 100 meetings for the town of Hingham.
We've always taken great pride in the extent of our involvement with the community, and during our period of construction we integrated even more seamlessly. We filmed stand-ups and promos at different locales and covered even more events around town than ever before. Some of the organizations and groups we worked with included local churches, veterans groups, animal shelters, bookstores, other commercial vendors. Our well-rounded reach included businesses and charitable organizations such as Vintage Baseball, the Hingham Historical Association, AZ Studios, Barnes & Noble Derby Street, and so many more. We filmed public service announcements for the South Shore Conservatory, the Hingham Police Department, and more.
In addition to the list that Catherine just said, there were many other programs that we covered. 63 in total for more than 56.5 hours of staff-produced content here at HCAM. That's something I'm very proud of. Some highlights from within that list include Doggy Palooza, which happens each year at Wapatuck State Park, Coffee House on the Corner in downtown Hingham, the Story Slam, which now produces here in the HCAM studios, our Memorial Day coverage. The Conservatory, South Shore Conservatory, every year does wonderful programs, including their jazz festival that we cover. And Suasquela, the same thing. Lots of programming that comes out of there. The Hingham Rotary Club has many programs that we cover, including their annual Century Club Awards for the Hingham High School students. There's of course several road races that we cover, Hingham Happenings, and our own Getting to Know. Speaking of Getting to Know, the HCAM staff has produced yet another year of Getting to Know programming. This past year, we produced 4 new episodes, which are highlighted on this slide. In the year ahead, we're working to revamp this show's brand in a way that will allow us to use it more commonly on more of the programs you saw listed on the previous slides. That brings us to Hingham Happenings. This is one of our most proud achievements and one of our most robust shows that we do. To tell you more about that program, here's staff producer Erin DiMartino.
Hingham Happenings is a staff-produced news magazine format show which airs monthly on HCAM TV, capturing the sights and sounds in Hingham at any given time. This program features short 3 to 7 minute segments that happen in or impact the Hingham community. This fiscal year, there have been many that stand out to me, but to name a few are Doggy Palooza, Beat the Bunny 5K, the Greater Boston Food Bank, and so much more. We've also done so much with our public channel. Please take a look at our Best of Public Channel video to see what we've been working on.
How many years have you run the race, Betsy? I've been running this, I started 40 years ago and I've run it 35.
I started in 2000. I've been doing it ever since.
This is our first race. First time. Wonderful. We couldn't do the Hingham Road Race without the police. And this year we have a new chief in town. Welcome, Chief.
Welcome. How you doing today?
We're doing great.
Good. You're looking wonderful this morning.
You're looking wonderful as well.
3, 2, 1.
They're off. 8 minutes, 31 seconds at the 3-mile marker. And he's catching up to us. 20:36 is the time and the 4-mile marker. He's going to win this race at record time. Amazing, Nick. Ellen, amazing race. Congratulations, you all finished. That's the most important part.
Over time, the parade has changed its routine and used to begin with National Salute and the ringing of the bells. In 1842, the parade began to include women and children, and it was the first year that it had a theme. On average, 20,000 or more spectators will line the streets for the annual celebration. Aside from catching the action on video in Hingham Square, HCAM also had a float in this year's parade. It was designed with 2 TVs, one on each side of the truck, with cameras capturing the people on the parade route. The cameras captured smiling families, kids holding candy, balloons, and dancing to the sounds of the parade bands.
Doggy-Palooza really is about dogs helping cats. The fundraising that we do here today, the funds that are raised go to Standish Humane Society, which is a no-kill cat shelter located in Duxbury, Massachusetts. But because it's a day for dogs, everything here is basically doggy related, and it's really just a fun place to be, whether you're just bring your family or you bring your pet.
Support your Humane Society, support your local groups, get involved, volunteer. You'll feel great about it, and it's so fulfilling to just give your time to animals in need. There's a community of people that care deeply about animals, animal welfare and well-being, and that we're all working towards the same goal, which is to have no homeless pets.
When you go through a cemetery, even today, look at the headstones and think about what people wanted to say about the deceased and about their family. The Settlers Monument, the zinc monuments, white monuments. This is the town Civil War monument, the Victorian headstone, an Egyptian-style tomb. Here we have our most important Hingham hero, Benjamin Lincoln. This is a very, very emotional statue. This is our cremation area, one of the most beautiful sections of the cemetery in the 1600s. There was no personal expression at all on these faces. That will change as life got easier. The death head's mask had changed. It shows a personification of the person who's buried here. This wonderful, joyous seal has its head up and is saying, "Isn't life great? didn't we have a good time? And that is the new philosophy of many people today for their burial site.
So the variety and the types of animals that our interns get experience both handling, restraint, common medical problems that they see, as well as like their natural history, is first class and probably, you know, absolutely phenomenal.
This internship has definitely made me realize that this is 100% something I want to do, and so I'm starting to look at schools and stuff now to go in and pursue a job in the field.
It's hard work, but it's totally rewarding. You just have to put in the hours, put in the work, and you will appreciate it when you're done.
I would solve world hunger. So I took the first specimen out of the tank and I brought it to the screen, and there was a televangelist, and he was beating on his Bible, shouting, brothers and sisters, the end is coming near.
I forbid you to tell your grandmother you're a lesbian. It would kill her, said my mother shortly after I came out to her. If you couldn't tell, my family's from New York, and my mother was actually born in Germany in a displaced persons camp right after World War II. My grandparents are Holocaust survivors, so my grandmother survived Auschwitz and Ravensbrück and a death march. But according to my mother, she wouldn't survive me telling her I was a lesbian.
Hello, and welcome to our August, October, April episode of Hingham Happenings. I'm your host, Jenny Sawerda. Catherine Collins. Let's take a look at what's coming up on this episode.
A traditional Korean wedding is demonstrated. Peddix Island hosted the Harbor Dash race.
The South Shore Sustainability Meeting was held at Hingham High.
Vintage movie posters go on display. Kids had an adventure on Herp Hunt Trail in Wampatuck State Park.
The Harbor Women basketball team made Hingham proud in the playoffs.
Crowds gathered to enjoy some summer fun. We took a tour at the Old Ordinary House Museum.
The All-Town Band concert received a great response from the town as well.
The South Shore's best restaurants dished out some spectacular food for a good cause. At Anchor Plaza, Rip Rides had their grand opening.
A St. Patrick's Day party was held at the South Shore Children's Museum.
Children get some reading help from a furry friend. South Shore Race Series hosted another race at World's End.
The Hingham Public Library held a lecture about the prevalent Irish legacy in Boston.
And Hingham receives a high honor for its dedication to military service members.
All this and more
coming up on Hingham Happenings. That's all for this month. Tune in next time for another exciting episode of Hingham Happenings.
Thank you so much for watching. They say the only constant in life is change. So while one of our priorities is to share the latest news and information with the good people who live and work in Hingham, the manner with which we've done that this past year has changed. I'm very proud to say we had unprecedented growth across all social media platforms. We actually passed 500 likes on Facebook this August, but you'll hear more about that milestone in next year's report. In the meantime, for some of the most up-to-date information about HCAM, our members, the exciting opportunities we provide, and Hingham as a whole, make sure you're following us across all the platforms, which includes our Facebook page, Hingham Community Access and Media, our Twitter, at HCAM_TV, all caps, our Instagram at hcam.tv, and of course our website, www.hinghammedia.org.
So please be sure to tune in, follow, like, and share HCAM to be seeing everything that's going on in real time. I, for one, am extremely proud of all the accomplishments that you've seen over these last few minutes, and look forward to a lot of that continuing in the year ahead. These are all things that help us to reach our organizational objectives and do things like increase HCAM usership, membership, and organizational recognition through marketing and community outreach, increase station capabilities through incorporation of additional human resources, ensure that HCAM facilities properly serve HCAM membership and the organization's mission, expand, increase, and promote the use of HCAM production training, enhance the capabilities and usability of all HCAM communication platforms, and ensure that all of our broadcast quality matches that of industry standards. We thank you again for tuning in and watching our annual report this year. And again, I hope you will tune in, follow, like, and share everything it is that we're doing here on our channels for you, our viewers. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next year.